Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Hope you guys been enjoying the content on the channel as of late. It was like kind of chaotic when we got out of the theater. But me and my bro, we caught an early screening of sorts. Yeah, it's like a few days out, I think, like a week or so. Yeah, of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem, directed by Jeff Rowe. Who I'm not familiar with whatever work he's done, but and just FYI before we start, you might be noticing a different vehicle for today. My car is in the shop, so we're using my mom's vehicle. So excuse if the camera's all slide and anything like that. Kind of unprofessional. Just got to roll with it. But Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem, directed by Jeff Rowe. Produced by the people who gave you Into the Spider-Verse, which is very noteworthy considering the animation style of Mutant Mayhem. Pretty self-explanatory, title. It's about, again, the four brothers as they try to come out of their shell, if you get that reference. They meet April O'Neil, and they get caught up in a big adventure of sorts with a bunch of other mutant creatures, such as Bebop and Rocksteady. Baxter Stockman's at one point involved, other people involved like Mondo Gecko, familiar faces within Ninja Turtle lore and franchises. And what ultimately the movie becomes and is about inclusion and about acceptance, more or less, and it's themes that are relevant, I guess you could say. And I was a little bit worried about those sensibilities as I picked up on them, because I've seen so many films as of late with these types of messagings in them, where it's about progressive ideologies and about we have to all be included, we all have to be accepted, we all have to do this and that. And to a certain extent, the movie leans on those ideas and leans on that type of sensibility. But what I was happy with is that sensibility did not outweigh the other elements of the film, which is its animation style, which I found to be very infectious and very just fun. Like, it's a very playful animation style, and it echoes that, or just pretty much, at some point, just copies and pastes, like Into the Spider-Verse. And I found the characters to be surprisingly not annoying. That's the way I'll put it. They're very, very Gen Z. They have very familiar quips and familiar types of slang to them. My brother picked up a lot on them, so for him, he picked up on a lot of stuff. I'm kind of sort of familiar with that sort of stuff, but not really.
Hell yeah.
But it wasn't as irritating or as annoying as I thought it would be. My issues stem with the pacing, which, were an issue that I had with Into the Spider-Verse, which was that it's a very high energy, very fast-paced type of delivery. And with that, you get something that feels oddly short in design. I feel like there needed more time, especially for the messages to feel a little more impactful, because there is a tenderness there. Like, I did feel myself at points involved in a certain capacity. Not completely emotionally invested, but involved to a certain extent. But I just feel like in a few, say a good 10 or 20 minutes to flesh out its themes, I feel like would have done it more justice, because it's a film that is more interested in what it can do stylistically than what it can do thematically. And to a certain extent, that it's fun in that respect, but as somebody who wishes to have more of a emotional resonance to their films, it's not as in depth or as impactful as I think itself thinks it is. So I think that for for little kids, I think that they'll get a kick out of it. And it's harmless. That's the best word for it. It's fairly harmless. There's no, like I said, there are those progressive ideas in there, but ultimately they're done in a very tame manner, and it's not in a way that's irritating or ignorant or is upfront. It's pedaled back, and they try their best to give developments and give characters to the forefront. The problem with that is that they're always within the aura of or the orb of this style, which is pretty much the thing that the movie is pushing the most. And I wish that it was both that and substance. So stylistically, there is merit to it, but thematically, I feel like that there's room for improvement. So, but those are my thoughts on this long title, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Mutant Mayhem. And oh, by the way, just to give a ranking, I guess, in terms of Ninja Turtle movies, I would say it's probably my favorite because of just the fact of its style and the effort, what's the word I'm looking for, the attempt at creating a certain resonance. Because in the other Ninja Turtle movies, like the '90s ones, I've only seen the first one, and I remember being pretty bored with it. The Michael Bay ones, not that good, or actually very not good, especially the second one. So in terms of turtle films, probably the best one for me, but that's not really saying much considering what's came before and what we have now. So, but those are my thoughts on Ninja Turtles. I'm gonna throw the camera over here a little bit. I don't know how this is gonna work, but I don't know if you guys can see him. There's my bro
I don't
right
see
there.
myself, not gonna lie.
There you are. I think they can see you.
I can't see you guys, but I guess you guys can see me.
Yeah, they can see you.
I can see you.
So you have the floor. So what did you think of Ninja Turtles?
I love the style, but I love mostly at first when they opened the sequence to like the story first, right?
Yeah.
It was all for me the soundtrack. The soundtrack got me interested, but then it got everyone. Everyone started being loud and everything when it comes to like jokes and stuff like that, where people started to say all these like where people say online and stuff like that, like I was laughing my ass off whenever they said yeah and stuff like that, and
right.
They were telling about this, like saying your homeboy got riz and stuff like that. I was laughing my ass off.
Yeah, there's a lot of slang that you picked up on. So
yeah, my brother was kind of confused. I kept looking at him like
mm-hmm.
I was trying to see if he knew any of that, because I'm over here like
I picked up on a few slang, so I'm not completely out of style. So
yeah, really,
a few, but not all of them.
Yeah, but it is a must watch. It is good. It's fun. I would say that there's one scene. It's weird. Like they were talking about like this journalist. I forgot her name. April. I think it's April.
April O'Neil.
April O'Neil or O'Hero.
Mm-hmm.
Is that spelled? No. Okay. But she when she wanted to be on the news, right? She was a little anxious or a little shy to be on camera. She like threw up on the camera and on the table and stuff like that. And it was just like, ugh. She did it again on the next scene whenever she had to like tell about this Firefly, which is who was voiced by Ice Cube.
Mm-hmm.
And I was kind of surprised that most of the voice casts are very famous. And I was like, oh my god, I know most of the half of the cast. And I didn't know that any of the turtles, like the actors who voiced them, but I knew they were like teenagers.
They're apparently teenagers.
It's what a funny coincidence. Mm-hmm. Teenagers voicing teenagers, pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, I was gonna say, but my brother said it, but like the art style is very witnessed as from the Spider-Verse, across the Spider-Verse. But I'm glad it's doing well. Like I'm glad like this movie is doing absolutely trying its best to do good, like all films this month, like, or this year, because this year it was not doing well. For the start, like the box office was doing all right, but when it came to like when the strike came in and stuff like that, right around like June or something like that,
mm-hmm.
It's when most companies got desperate and everything like that, and about stuff like Elemental, for like example, they try to make up like fake stuff just for people to go to the theaters and give them a little much money, you know.
Right.
But that's nothing to do with Mutant Turtles. And Mutant Turtles is just like, it's like these kids asked like some of the like the directors or the like writers, they asked them, yo, we can make your film good. We're just gonna make some funny jokes. We're gonna make all these funny stuff. I bet you all the like the teams were just kind of confused what they're saying, but they're like, oh, we'll run with it then. But it turns out it went well. I think they're gonna be happy about it. And yes, they're I'm sure they're gonna try their best to hit a sequel for that one. Like,
I think they already announced it, actually.
I mean, on the mid-credit scene, there was like not post, I think it was like a sequence.
A little tease,
like
yeah.
a prologue, yeah, it was a prologue.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that's it. I mean, all I loved mostly was the soundtrack, the art style, and the jokes. Like the jokes got me laughing loud and stuff like that. It was funny. But must watch, and my rating, of course, is it's a 9 out of 10. Only cause like it was only because of the rap part. If I don't want to say it, but my brother, you know, it was kind of weird, but most of all, I just ignored it. I was like, oh, okay, it's just a normal movie. But yeah, 9 out of 10. I really loved it. It's it's gonna go up to one of my favorite movies I've seen this year.
There you have it. Well, there you have it, guys. Yeah, I actually think it will do well in the box office. I think people will come out to see it. It's actually, I think, fairly low budget, so I think that it'll.
But they'll do fine. I mean, just like Barbie. Barbie Barbie had like some stuff we didn't really like, but mostly a lot of people did like it, and it's like, hey, that's fine, that's great.
I think people would genuinely want to see this movie though. Like Barbie, I think was like out of some sadistic like pleasure. I feel like people will genuinely want to see.
But they would love,
you know.
But you want a movie that you want to relate, that's funny and something like you relate and you know like the words and stuffing and everything like that.
Yeah.
Because that's what I did, and I loved it, and that's what got me interested.
Yeah, it definitely hits a demo. It's definitely culturally it's very culturally influenced, and I think it hits its demo pretty well. So, but yeah, guys, those are our thoughts on Ninja Turtles. As you can see, we both liked it. So
yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be it for us, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Not sure what our next movie is gonna be. It's gonna be.
I mean, like I could go watch Blue Beetle with you, or something like that.
Maybe.
There's also what else? There's I don't know. I mean, I did say remember Elio like in the next year. There was also.
Well, we'll see.
But yeah, we'll see though. But I promise to be in future videos though.
Obviously, yeah, of course. We love having you here. Yeah. And they love having you here too. So.
Yeah. Love you guys.
Yeah, man. So that's gonna be it for us, guys. Thank you guys for joining us for this little review. If you guys check out Turtles, let us know. And yeah. So until then, guys, we will catch you guys in the next video. Bye, guys. Bye.